After 60, many people begin to notice strange sensations in their hands and feet. Not pain, not injury, just tingling, numbness, or a pins and needles feeling that comes and goes. Some people feel it while walking. Others notice it at night or when sitting still. Most assume it's just poor circulation or normal aging. But in many cases, these sensations are early signals from the nerves themselves. When nerve communication weakens, sensation fades quietly. Today, we'll talk about one vitamin that plays a key role in keeping nerve signals clear and sensation healthy after 60. When people think about nerve health, they often imagine serious conditions or intense pain. But healthy nerve function is mostly quiet and easy to overlook. It's the ability to feel your feet clearly when you walk, to sense the ground beneath you, to pick up small objects without dropping them, to notice temperature changes without discomfort. Healthy nerve sensation allows the body to respond naturally to the world around it. It helps with balance, coordination, and everyday movements that most people take for granted. As long as nerves communicate smoothly, sensation feels normal. There is no buzzing, no tingling, no numbness. After 60, many people notice that this smooth communication begins to change. The first signs are often subtle: a slight numbness in the toes, a tingling feeling in the fingers, a sense that the feet feel different, especially at night. These sensations are rarely constant at first. They come and go. They appear during rest or after activity. Because the symptoms are mild, many people ignore them. They assume it's circulation. They assume it's stiffness. They assume it's simply age. But sensation is controlled by nerves, not muscles or bones. When nerves send clear signals, sensation remains stable. When signals weaken, sensation becomes unreliable. The nervous system works like an electrical network. Signals travel from the brain through the spinal cord and into the arms, hands, legs, and feet. Every step, every touch, and every movement depends on these signals reaching their destination accurately. When communication is strong, signals travel quickly and clearly. When communication weakens, signals arrive late, distorted, or incomplete. This is when sensations feel strange rather than painful. Many older adults report that they can still move their limbs normally, but sensation feels dull or delayed. This difference is important. It suggests that muscles are still functioning, but nerve signals are no longer as sharp. Another key role of nerve sensation is balance. The body relies on feedback from the feet to stay upright. If that feedback becomes unclear, balance suffers. People may feel less steady, especially on uneven surfaces. This is why nerve health is closely linked to fall risk in older adults. It's not always weakness. Sometimes it's reduced sensation. Healthy nerves also help protect the body. They warn us of pressure, heat, and discomfort. When sensation fades, these warning signals weaken. This can lead to small injuries going unnoticed. Blisters, burns, pressure points. These issues may seem minor, but they reflect reduced nerve awareness. It's important to understand that changes in nerve sensation do not happen suddenly. They develop gradually. The nervous system adapts. The brain adjusts expectations. People learn to live with mild discomfort or numbness without realizing that nerve support is declining. This gradual process makes nerve-related issues easy to overlook. But the earlier these changes are recognized, the more opportunity there is to support nerve health. Nerves are living tissues. They require energy. They require nutrients. They require proper signaling support to maintain clarity. When those supports weaken, sensation changes quietly. In the next part, we'll explore why nerve signals tend to slow down after 60, even in people who remain active and otherwise healthy. Understanding this process helps explain why tingling and numbness are so common and why they deserve attention rather than dismissal. Nerve signals are designed to move quickly. They travel as electrical impulses along nerve fibers, carrying information from the brain to the body and back again. In younger years, this system works efficiently. Signals are clear, reactions are fast, sensation feels precise. After 60, several natural changes begin to affect this process. One of the most important changes involves the protective layer around nerves. This layer helps electrical signals travel smoothly and without interference. As we age, this protection can thin or become less effective. When this happens, nerve signals lose strength. They may arrive slower or less clearly. This does not stop movement, but it alters sensation. This is why many people notice tingling or numbness rather than weakness. The message is still arriving, but it is distorted. Another factor is reduced nerve energy. Nerves require a constant supply of energy to maintain signal transmission. As metabolism changes with age, energy delivery to nerve cells becomes less efficient. When energy is limited, the body prioritizes essential functions. Fine sensory signals may receive less support. This causes sensation to fade in the extremities first, especially the hands and feet. Circulation also plays a role, but not in the way many people expect. Blood may still reach the limbs, but small nerves are sensitive to even minor reductions in oxygen and nutrients. Over time, this subtle shortage affects signal quality. Chronic inflammation can further interfere with nerve communication. Low-grade inflammation is common with aging and can disrupt normal nerve signaling. Another overlooked contributor is long-term stress. Stress hormones alter nerve responsiveness. They change how signals are transmitted and processed. Over time, this affects sensation. Medications commonly used after 60 can also influence nerve function. Some interfere with nutrient absorption. Others affect nerve signaling directly. The combined effect of these factors builds slowly. There is no clear starting point, no sudden event. Instead, sensation gradually becomes less reliable. This is why many people cannot pinpoint when symptoms began. They only notice that things feel different than they used to. It's important to recognize that slower nerve signals do not mean permanent damage. In many cases, nerves are still alive and functional. They are simply undersupported. When nerves lack the nutrients and energy they need, they adapt by reducing activity. This protects them, but it also reduces sensation. Understanding this process helps explain why addressing nerve health requires patience. Nerves respond slowly. They recover gradually. Quick fixes rarely work. The goal is to support the nerve system in a way that allows signals to regain clarity over time. In the next part, we will introduce the vitamin that plays a central role in nerve communication and sensation. This vitamin does not stimulate nerves. It helps them function as designed. At this stage, it becomes clear that healthy sensation depends on strong nerve communication. Nerves must be able to send and receive signals accurately for the body to feel normal. This is where vitamin B6 plays an important role. Vitamin B6 is directly involved in how nerve cells communicate with each other. It helps the body produce neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that allow signals to pass from one nerve cell to another. Without enough of these messengers, signals weaken. They become inconsistent. Sensation becomes unreliable. This does not usually cause sharp pain. Instead, it creates the subtle symptoms many older adults recognize: tingling, numbness, burning sensations, pins and needles feelings. Vitamin B6 also supports the structure of nerves. It helps maintain the outer covering that protects nerve fibers and allows signals to travel efficiently. When this protection weakens, signals leak or slow down. The message still moves, but it loses clarity. Another key role of vitamin B6 is its involvement in nerve metabolism. Nerve cells are active tissues. They require constant energy to maintain signal transmission. Vitamin B6 helps enzymes work properly during this process. Without it, energy production inside nerve cells becomes less efficient. This is why low B6 levels often affect the extremities first. Hands and feet are farthest from the brain. They depend on long nerve pathways that are especially sensitive to reduced support. Many people assume that nerve symptoms always mean permanent damage. But in many cases, the nerves are not destroyed. They are simply underfunctioning. Vitamin B6 does not repair nerves overnight. It does not numb sensation. It does not mask symptoms. Instead, it supports the conditions nerves need to function normally. This distinction is important. Some substances dull sensation by blocking nerve signals. Vitamin B6 does the opposite. It supports healthy signaling. As nerve communication improves, sensation often becomes more stable. Tingling may occur less frequently. Numbness may feel less intense. These changes happen gradually. Nerves recover slowly because they operate continuously. Another reason vitamin B6 is so important is its role in balancing nerve activity. Too much excitation can irritate nerves. Too little leads to numbness. Vitamin B6 helps maintain this balance by supporting proper neurotransmitter production. This keeps nerve signals within a healthy range. For older adults, this balance becomes harder to maintain. Aging affects absorption, metabolism, and nutrient storage. Even small shortages can have noticeable effects on nerve sensation. Vitamin B6 also interacts with other nutrients involved in nerve health. It works as part of a system rather than in isolation. When this system is supported, nerves function more reliably. When it is strained, sensation becomes unpredictable. This explains why addressing nerve health often requires a broader perspective rather than a single quick fix. In the next part, we will explore why so many people over 60 are unknowingly low in vitamin B6, even when they believe their diet is sufficient. Understanding this helps explain why nerve-related symptoms are so common and why they often appear without warning. Many older adults are surprised to learn that they may be low in vitamin B6. After all, they eat regularly. They may even take supplements. But vitamin status is not only about intake. It is also about absorption, usage, and loss. As we age, the digestive system changes. Stomach acid tends to decrease. This affects how well nutrients are released from food. Vitamin B6 must be absorbed in the small intestine. When digestion is less efficient, less of the vitamin enters the bloodstream. Even small reductions in absorption can matter over time. Another factor is medication use. Many people over 60 take medications daily. Some of these medications interfere with vitamin absorption or increase vitamin loss. Certain drugs used for blood pressure, inflammation, or stomach issues can affect B6 levels. This does not happen immediately. It develops gradually. The body may function normally for years before symptoms appear. Dietary patterns also change with age. Some people eat less protein. Others rely on processed foods. These shifts reduce natural sources of vitamin B6. Even when calories are adequate, nutrient density may be low. Stress places additional demand on vitamin B6. The nervous system uses B6 during periods of stress to maintain stable signaling. Chronic stress slowly depletes reserves. Illness, inflammation, and recovery further increase requirements. This creates a situation where intake remains the same, but needs increase. Over time, the gap becomes noticeable. Alcohol intake, even at moderate levels, can also interfere with vitamin B6 metabolism. It increases loss through the kidneys and reduces activation in the body. Another overlooked factor is aging metabolism. The liver plays a role in converting vitamin B6 into its active form. With age, this conversion may become less efficient. This means that even when blood levels appear adequate, nerve tissues may not receive enough active vitamin. This disconnect explains why symptoms can appear without obvious deficiency signs. Vitamin B6 deficiency rarely presents dramatically. It does not cause sudden illness. Instead, it shows up as mild numbness, tingling, reduced sensation, nerve discomfort. Because these symptoms develop slowly, they are often attributed to aging or circulation. Many people adapt without realizing that nerve support is declining. This is why awareness is important. Recognizing that nutrient needs change with age helps reframe these symptoms. They are not simply normal aging. They are signals. Supporting vitamin B6 levels helps address one of the underlying factors that influence nerve sensation. In the next part, we will discuss why taking vitamin B6 does not always lead to immediate improvement and what realistic expectations look like when supporting nerve health over time. When people begin supporting their nerve health, many expect quick changes. They look for immediate relief from tingling, numbness, or unusual sensations. When that does not happen right away, disappointment often follows. But nerve tissue does not respond quickly. It never has. Unlike muscles or circulation, nerves operate on long timelines. They adapt slowly. They repair gradually. Vitamin B6 supports the processes nerves rely on to function properly. It does not act like a pain reliever. It does not block sensation. Instead, it helps nerves communicate more effectively over time. This difference matters. When nerve signaling has been weak for months or years, restoring balance takes patience. The body must rebuild consistency, not intensity. Another reason results are subtle is that vitamin B6 does not create a strong physical sensation. There is no immediate warmth, no stimulation. Most people notice changes indirectly. They may realize that tingling occurs less often, or that numbness feels less intense, or that sensation is more stable throughout the day. These improvements are easy to miss unless someone is paying attention. Consistency plays a major role. Taking vitamin B6 occasionally does little. Nerves require steady support. Regular intake allows enzyme systems to stabilize. It helps neurotransmitter production remain balanced. It supports nerve coverings gradually. Skipping days interrupts this process. Another factor is overall nerve demand. If the nervous system remains under constant stress, recovery slows. Stress hormones interfere with nerve signaling. Poor sleep increases nerve sensitivity. Vitamin B6 works best when the nervous system is not overwhelmed. This does not mean perfection is required. It means reducing unnecessary strain helps the body respond. It's also important to understand that vitamin B6 does not work alone. Nerve health depends on multiple factors: energy availability, blood flow, nutrient balance. Supporting one area helps, but full improvement requires a coordinated approach. This explains why some people experience partial improvement rather than complete resolution. Another reason expectations matter is adaptation. As nerve function improves, the brain recalibrates sensation. What once felt abnormal begins to feel normal again. People often stop noticing progress because improvement becomes the new baseline. This can lead to the false belief that nothing changed. In reality, stability itself is a sign of support. It is also important not to overdo supplementation. Vitamin B6 supports nerves at appropriate levels. Excessive intake does not speed recovery and may cause discomfort. Moderation and consistency matter more than high doses. Finally, nerve health should be viewed as maintenance rather than repair. Supporting nerves early helps prevent progression. Waiting until symptoms are severe limits how much improvement is possible. Vitamin B6 fits into a long-term strategy of preserving sensation and nerve communication as we age. In the final part, we will bring everything together and explain how vitamin B6 fits into a realistic, whole-picture approach to maintaining healthy nerves and sensation after 60. As we age, changes in sensation are often brushed aside. Tingling, numbness, a slight burning feeling in the hands or feet. Many people accept these signals as normal parts of getting older. But as we've discussed, these sensations are not random. They are messages from the nervous system. Healthy nerves rely on clear communication. They need energy, balance, and proper nutritional support to send accurate signals. When that support weakens, sensation changes quietly. Vitamin B6 plays an important role in maintaining this communication. It helps nerves produce the chemical messengers they need to function properly. It supports the structure and balance of nerve signaling. This does not mean vitamin B6 is a cure. It does not erase symptoms overnight. It does not replace medical care when needed. But it does support a foundational process that nerves depend on every day. For people over 60, this support becomes more important as absorption changes and demands increase. Small inefficiencies that once went unnoticed begin to affect daily comfort and stability. Supporting nerve health is not about chasing quick fixes. It is about maintaining consistency. Healthy sensation helps with balance. It helps with coordination. It helps protect the body from unnoticed injuries. These benefits may seem subtle, but they influence independence and quality of life. Vitamin B6 fits into a broader approach to nerve health. Along with rest, stress management, and balanced nutrition, it helps create an environment where nerves can function more reliably. Listening to early signals matters. Addressing mild symptoms early provides more opportunity for support. Waiting until sensation is significantly reduced limits options. The goal is not perfection. The goal is stability. When nerves receive the support they need, sensation becomes more predictable. Tingling may occur less often. Numbness may feel less intrusive. Over time, this stability allows the nervous system to do what it was designed to do, communicate clearly and consistently. If you are over 60 and experiencing changes in sensation, consider viewing these signals as information rather than inevitability. Understanding how nerve health works helps guide more informed choices. Supporting your nervous system patiently and consistently can make a meaningful difference over time. Thank you for watching, and take care of your nerves the same way you care for the rest of your body, with attention, balance, and respect.